Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, the Thriving Inside Out community, where we talk all about health, wealth and manifestation. And today I'm excited for this video because I'm going to share with you the most important thing and the thing that is slowing you down the most in your manifestation process. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So you're probably wondering what I'm talking about. And it's a touchy subject. Well, it's not, but it's one that we have to be really honest with ourselves. And you've probably seen it with the title of the video, or not because I'm gonna share it with you now. And it's our relationships, whether it's family, friends, our partner, romantic partners. That's the most crucial thing that affects whether we're getting what we want or we're not getting what we want. And the reason why is that you probably heard it a million times, but we are the average of the 5 people closest to us. And for a long time I learned it the hard way. Thinking that if I arrange everything else in my life and kept the relationships that I knew deep in my heart were not aligned with my future goals, that it could still work. But in reality, the relationships around us can really either drain us or support us. And today I want to give you a step-by-step process so you can have more clarity in your life to see where your relationships are draining you and where they could support you more, or to help you do the shifts and evolve for a better and more aligned group of people around you. And I know it's a process. You cannot just flush everything and start anew. We could, but I know it's hard. We have people that we care about, and even though we know that they're not the best for us. So in this process that I'm going to share with you, it's all for you, for it to be easier and more aligned. So to start with, the first step that I recommend you do is to make a list of all of the things that you experience in relationships that make you feel bad, that make you feel smaller, that make you feel drained, or that really make you feel not at yourself at all. And I want you to make all of a list of all of those things in order for you to recognize that if you want to achieve what you want, whether it's become wealthy, whether it's become more healthy, become fit, all of those things, just to make you realize that as you keep yourself in a low vibration, it's gonna be harder to achieve what you want. And that's the reason why relationships is the most crucial thing for us to achieve what we want. Because if the things around us that we keep being in keep draining us of our energy and our power, then we have less power to concentrate and focus on the things that we want. And also, you've really maybe experienced that, where people around you kind of stop you from your dreams or trying to convince you that you can't do that, or that it's hard, or all of those things. And one thing that I know for sure is that everything is possible, and that you already have everything that you need within you to make anything happen. So as you get clear on the things you won't tolerate anymore and what those things are that make you feel small, then it becomes easier to become conscious of those interactions when they happen. Because sometimes we kind of rationalize things, or we're used for people around us to talk about us or our dreams that way, or to us that way. So we kind of don't recognize that it's something that is not serving us. So becoming clear by making a list, it's going to help you become more aware of the people, the situations, and the kind of interactions that drain you instead of expand you. So on one side, on a sheet, that's the first step, is to really make all of the lists of the things that make you feel less of yourself or drain you in relationships. On the other side, I want you to make a list of all of the things that really make you feel the most like yourself, like you that give you passion, that give you love, that give you energy, and all of those interactions and relationships that you want to feel. And really give yourself freedom to write whatever comes into mind. Nothing is too big. Even though you haven't experienced it yet, it doesn't mean that it's not possible. It just means that you haven't not experienced it yet, and maybe it's because you were accepting too much of the other side of the list. So go big, dream big, and go for it. If you could have the perfect relationships around you, the perfect tribe around you, what would it be like? And really go into all the details of how you want to feel, what things you would do, and how those people around you would make you feel and would do for you as much as what you are doing for those people. And once you have that, then the first step is pretty much done. And then the second step, it's the crucial part, and it's the time to be honest with yourself. I know sometimes we're trying to put things under the rug, but if you really want what you're thinking about for a long time now, or for a few months, few years, few weeks maybe, if you really want that thing and you kind of find yourself always going down or feeling drained or feeling like it's not worth going for what you want because you're around certain people or because of the circumstances that are created with those people, then it's really time to be honest with yourself and kind of evaluate the relationships you have, whether it's a family, friends, and partners in your life. Really do an inventory, if I could call it like that, of how those relationships fit in your list and how they balance each other. Because sometimes we're too caught up into the savior mode or feeling like we need to give the other people what we need, that we kind of forget that it's not healthy and it's not serving us. So really be honest with yourself to decide and see by yourself what relationships are serving you and which ones are not. And that demands a level of honesty that you only can give yourself, because you can lie to yourself how much as you want, how long as you want. The truth still is the truth, and you'll keep experiencing it as sad as it is. Well, after you've kind of experienced that honesty and seen what you needed to see about those relationships, the thing to realize is that you don't have to cut everyone off and then be forever alone, unless the people around you are kind of only giving you toxic vibes. Then I guess some things are needed. But if there are certain relationships that kind of give you, in certain areas, certain interactions give you fire or passion or love, but in other parts of the relationship then you feel drained, then it's all about making boundaries. And that's the third step. It's to decide the boundaries that you want to give for yourself and for others around you in order to protect your energy, protect your focus, protect your passion, your love for the things that you are passionate about getting in your life. Because without boundaries, then we can't pour from an empty cup, that you know. So it's really important that you choose yourself. And I'm sorry for the sounds of the big motorcycle that just passed through the streets below. Yeah, you have to choose yourself first, because you can always choose the others around you, but then you will feel drained, you will be left off with no energy. And as paradoxal as it sounds, sometimes we believe that by giving others then we will feel more fulfilled because they're going to give it back to us, but it's not always the case. And as you choose yourself and pour your own glass first, then you can really have more to give other people. So most of the time when we say choose yourself first, we kind of feel selfish for doing that, but in reality, when you do that, you can get better attention, better comfort for other people because you feel yourself good enough and whole enough to be able to give to other people, because it all starts from within, and no outside things can give you the comfort you're seeking. You can only give you the comfort you're seeking, and that starts here. So that's the first thing. As you start to put your boundaries clear with yourself, because sometimes we kind of decided on the spot, oh yeah, I won't accept that anymore, but then it happens, and then the pattern or conditioning kicks in, and then we push back your boundaries and we start all over again. So really be clear with your boundaries and think about the version of yourself that has those relationships that only make you thrive in all areas, always feeling more supported than drained. Because I know it's all about connection. It can be hard because there will be hard conversations to have. There will be frictions in any relationship that we have in life, but to realize that we are supposed to feel supported and elevated with the people around us, not the opposite. So as you become clear with those boundaries, then it's easier for us to become aware of when we are not respecting ourselves by pushing our boundaries, and then for the next occasion how we can install those boundaries and be in integrity with what we decided. And as those things are more clear for you, then we can see and realize that some people, yes, will be less in our lives. And that doesn't mean that, as I said before, that you need to cut off all friendships that are not fully supportive, but at the same time it can give you the awareness to put your focus on the ones that give you that support. And in hard times it's better to have better support than friendships that are kind of there but are not there really. And most of the time is during those hard times that you get to reveal who are your true friends, who are there to support you. And having those boundaries is just gonna help you have more love for them as well, because you will be fully yourself in those relationships instead of trying to be something else in order to give them the comfort they are looking for. Because again, we cannot seek comfort outside of ourselves. It applies for everyone, our friends and ourselves. So it can show them by you having boundaries that maybe they have to think about their own boundaries and what they want in life. So it's not selfish, it's actually the opposite most of the time when you choose yourself first and put those boundaries in place, and it inspires others to do the same. Finally, for the fourth step, it's to start seeking out for like-minded people. Because if you realize that some friendships, relationships has to go, then how can you really align yourself with the ones, the vibe and your tribe that's gonna give you all that you're seeking, all that support, all of that energy, that passion, that love? And it's possible. I tell you guys, it's possible. And the funny thing about that is when you get really aligned with what you want and in relationships, then you kind of attract the ones that you are looking for and need. And that's a good thing with relationships, as I said at the beginning of the video, is that either they drain you or they push you and make you evolve even more. So that's why relationship is so crucial to make our life the way we want it and feel at our best inside and out. Because when we get to find those relationships that make you feel at your best, then all of the things around you shift as well, because you are in the energy of full expansion. And as we surround ourselves with those kind of people, like-minded people that have the same interests, the same goals, the same values, then we can really feel that energy build up on a daily basis, because we know that every time we see those people or we reach out for help or anything like that, then we get that energy back into our lives instead of feeling like we have to give away that energy to other people. And once you seek out actually a way to seek out for like-minded people, because maybe you're wondering, but how do I make new friends? How do I find those people? And it's kind of easier if we think it backwards. So if you already have that tribe, if you already are that version of yourself that's surrounded with positive, expansive, supportive, motivating, inspiring people around you, if you're already that version, then do you hang out? What things do you do as hobbies? Where do you seek for information online, in communities, things like that? And as you start thinking as that version of you who already has that tribe, then it becomes easier to know where to seek out for information. For example, if you already have always had trouble getting in shape or being healthy, and the people around you kind of demotivate you, telling you it's hard, and they try too and they never got the results, then maybe if you already have the tribe of people who are healthy, who push you, motivate you, most probably those kind of people can hang out in gyms, can hang out in Facebook groups about health, can hang out follow Instagram accounts that talk about that. So really think about those things and really explore, because you will be surprised that once you kind of decide that energy for yourself, how quickly and easily the universe is gonna respond and send you people along the way to make you feel that way. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoy. Remember, relationships are the easiest and fastest way to get what you want, but they can also be the reason why you're slowing yourself down to achieve what you want. So be mindful of that and really take the time to do that list, because in reality it's all for you. It's all for you, and just imagine how good you can feel if you have supportive, motivating, inspiring people in your life. And I've been in both scenarios, and my life has just changed completely by letting go of the toxic and draining relationships. Magic. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to hear more about relationships, maybe more specific relationships, or have any idea or question about future videos, let us know in the comments below, and it helps us give you what you want. And also don't forget to leave a thumbs up in this video, because they really support the channel. And until next time, I wish you a wonderful day. Bye.